Every warrior walks a different path. Samurai, the path of discipline. Ronin, the path of independence. Ninja, the path of strategy. Zen monk, the path of wisdom. Shogun, the path of power. But today, we explore the path of the Zen monk. You do just enough to not get fired. You live a life of quiet desperation, constantly negotiating with your commitments. You are the mediocre person. You wake up at a different time every day, arguing with your alarm clock like a cheap merchant haggling over pennies. You call it flexibility. I call it a slow-motion suicide of your potential. You read 3 pages of a book, drop it in a drawer, and buy another one next week to chase the shallow high of a fresh start. You are currently being digested by your own hesitation. The paradox of your existence is tragic. By frantically trying to keep your options open, you have closed the door on the only version of you that matters. There is a silent, unyielding mystery to your failure, an unresolved debt of consistency that is quietly hollow out your skull while you sleep. You think you are resting. You're actually just retreating. You are a prisoner held hostage by your own lack of character. The ancient standard of the Zen monk demanded gyoji, continuous practice without a single moment of gap, a relentless, unyielding rhythm that transforms behavior into fate. Modern decay has turned you into a fragmented machine of compromises. You live in a permanent identity crisis because your commitments are completely reversible. You treat your goals like light suggestions, constantly asking your brain when or what you should do today. Every single micro-decision is a crack where your lazy, undisciplined past self crawls back in to hijack your limbs. You have outsourced the governance of your life to your current mood. You are a passenger in a vessel steered by your lowest instincts. Tokugawa Ieyasu did not build a 300-year dynasty by waiting for inspiration. He was a monument of patient, chilling repetition. In the biting frost of the Mikawa Mountains, the air was a thick wall of white mist and frozen pine needles. The scent of raw charcoal and damp stone filled his Spartan quarters. Every single morning, exactly as the distant temple bell shattered the silence, Ieyasu's feet touched the cold timber floor. There was no negotiation. There was no debate about the weather or his fatigue. He sat in perfect lotus position, wrapped in pale jade monastic robes that concealed the heavy iron plate beneath his chest. He conquered the chaotic noise within his own skull before he ever looked at an enemy. Imagine the visceral sensory weight of his unyielding routine, the sharp sting of ice-cold water splashing against his face, the mechanical dry click of his katana guard as he checked his blade for the 1000th time. While his rivals raged with emotional volatility, burning themselves out in flashes of reckless ambition, Ieyasu became a human clock. He practiced the same cuts, reviewed the same maps, and maintained the same silence day after day, decade after decade. During the brutal winter campaigns, when the mud turned to bloody ice and his men were dropping from sheer exhaustion, Ieyasu's presence was an immovable anchor. He didn't rely on fleeting motivation. He relied on a choreography of repetition so absolute that the entire empire eventually bent to his rhythm. He outlived every flash-in-the-pan genius of the Sengoku period through the terrifying power of an irreversible identity. The mechanics of your failure are simple. You treat your life like an ongoing negotiation. You waste precious mental energy every single morning asking yourself if you feel like executing. you allow time to be a variable. When you change your schedule or vary your habits, your brain interprets the gap as a loophole. To a Zen monk, variety is where consistency dies. You must remove choice from the equation. You must lock down the form, stabilize the schedule, and turn your commitments into absolute constants. Your brain cannot argue with a mountain. Kill the negotiation. You want to turn this off right now because the silence of this room is starting to reflect a man you despise. Your thumb is twitching, looking for a lighter video, a distraction to rescue you from the mirror. That is your mediocrity fighting for survival. If you are satisfied with living a life of quiet desperation, then leave. Go back to your compromises, your half-read books, and your forgotten promises. But if you have even a fraction of healthy disgust left for your own softness, stay. Face the discipline. Forge the routine. When an unexpected obstacle hits you, you collapse because you haven't pre-decided your response. You let a sick day, a travel schedule, or a rainy morning turn into an excuse for full retreat. A river never stops flowing. During a drought, it becomes a trickle, but it never stops. The moment it stops, it is no longer a river. It is just a wet memory of where water used to be. Your practice must be a continuous line without a single gap. If you cannot do 20 minutes, you do 2 minutes. If you cannot go to the gym, you execute on the floor of an airport bathroom. Maintain the momentum at all costs. Choose the continuity. The path of pale jade demands that your discipline becomes scary to ordinary people. When your unyielding consistency makes others uncomfortable, you're finally operating at the correct level. They will call you a robot. They will tell you that you need balance. They are simply begging you to slow down so their own stagnation feels less pathetic. Do not slow down. Reclaim your identity. Turn your commitments into irreversible laws of nature. You are no longer a person who tries. You are the practice itself. Kill the variable. Conquer the drift. Become the rhythm. The PEI. Every warrior walks a different path. Samurai, the path of discipline. Ronin, the path of independence. Ninja, the path of strategy. Zen monk, the path of wisdom. Shogun, the path of power. Which one are you? Comment below.